You're the dog end in my beer can, you're the stone in my left shoe. And when I think of great disasters, you know I always think of you. You're the snowdrift on my motorway, the snake in my grass. But most of all, baby, you're a pain in my ass. Thank you. That's chatting up Glasgow style, romantic patter. He'll tell you all about it. I took you out for dinner to a fancy restaurant. It took you half an hour to tell the waiter what you want. And when he brought the soup, you let it fall down on your knee. And when he brought another one, you spilled it over me. You're the dog end in my beer can, you're the stone in my left shoe. And when I think of great disasters, you know I always think of you. You're the snowdrift on my motorway, the snake in my grass. But most of all, baby, sing, you're a pain in my ass. It's funny, they always remember that line. Now, you may have heard me hinting there during the chorus. Oh, I took you on an aeroplane, and as we soared through the clouds, you scared all the other passengers when you said your prayers out loud. But the worst was still to come before we'd even touched the ground. As a present to the pilot, you passed your hat around. You're the dog end in my beer can, you're the stone in my left shoe. And when I think of great disasters, you know I always think of you. You're the snowdrift on my motorway, the snake in my grass. But most of all, baby, you're a pain in my ass. You were an hour late for the wedding, I thought you'd left me in the lurch. Oh, you really shocked the guests there when you smoked your pipe in church. And in the middle of the service, I was stunned, to say the least, when you answered all the questions wrong and I got married to the priest. You're the dog end in my beer can, you're the stone in my left shoe. And when I think of great disasters, you know I always think of you. You're the snowdrift on my motorway, the snake in my grass. But most of all, baby, you're a pain in my ass.
And then I dyed my nipples black. I crawled into your bedroom, you were snoring on your back. What the fuck you doing to me, babe? I must finish now.
Addy-ole, ole, woo-woo. Oh, my granny is a cripple in Nashville. What's funny about that? I'm supposed to be the sick one in here. Yes, my granny is a cripple in Nashville, friends. This story I tell you is true. One day she went out on her wheelchair, never knowing it had a loose screw. Well, a wheel came off of that wheelchair, friends, and on 3 wheels it trundled away, and it trundled right over the edge of a cliff in an old seaside town far away. Sing, oddy-ole. I'm not doing it if he stops. Now the boy who was pushing the wheelchair was a little blind orphan called Joe. And he said, oh, where is my granny? And where did that damn wheelchair go? Well, he ran off to search for that wheelchair, friends. But his sightless eyes led him astray, and he ran right over the edge of the cliff in that old seaside town far away. Sing, oddy-ole, ole. Well, somebody sent for a doctor, and an ambulance too it was called, and the people who lived in the neighborhood stood around and they cried how they bawled. Well, the doctor and the ambulance came rushing, friends. They were rushing from 2 different ways, and they crashed with a biff and shot over the cliff in that old seaside town far away. Oddy-ole, ole, woo-woo. Well, they sent for brave Father Maloney to pray for the poor soul's repose. And he said, well, now that we're gathered here, good people, we might as well pray, I suppose. But too many people had gathered, and the edge of the cliff gave way, and they dropped with a yell. They all shot straight to hell in that old seaside town, so terribly far away. Oddy-ole, ole. 3 men for Camtine went to join the parish. 3 men for Camtine went to join the parish. 3 young gentlemen from the East End of Glasgow went to sign Social Security. 3 men for Camtine and a bottle of wine went to join the parish. 3 men for Camtine and a bottle of wine went to join the parish. 3 men for Camtine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine went to join the parish. 3 men for Camtine and a bottle of wine for sing went to join the parish again. 3 men for quarantine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob went to join the parish. 3 men for quarantine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob went to join the parish. 3 men for quarantine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob for up our close along our street went to join the parish. 3 men for quarantine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob for up our close along our went the parish. 3 men for quarantine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob for up our close along our street and a lassie called Sanger that works in the dairy. She's been skelly ever since a Malanda boy hit her in the head with a breedboard went to join the parish. 3 men for quarantine and a bottle of wine and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob for up our close along our street and a lassie called Sanger that works in the dairy. She's been skelly ever since a Malanda boy hit her in the head with a breedboard went to join the parish. And it was shot. I've got piles, you've got scabies, the wayne's got the measles and the dog's got the rabies, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you're made for me. I'm losing my hair, my arches are falling, our 6 kids are always bawling. There's nappies in the kitchen and toys in the stairs, and when I ask you for support you shout, up the chairs. What? I'm a thistle supporter. We're going to Europe next year if there's a war. All my life I've been kissing your left hand cause your right one's missing, oh boy. Oh boy, the world can see that too. A man for me. Dum-piddly-um-pum, oh boy.
Do you know what a man in Glasgow said to me? He says, how big you? I said, what is it? He says, you see that fucking Roy Castle? Now, very few people know that's his full name. I think this man was a mason, he knew a lot of things. He says, see that fucking Roy Castle? By the way. I said, aye, what about it? He says, you see that fucking trumpet of his? I said, aye, what about it? He says, do you know that when he blows a high C on that fucking trumpet, he couldn't get an American Express card between the cheeks of his arse?
On the Orient Express sat a maiden young and fair, and a guy sat down beside her and began to stroke her hair. Her eyes were filled with panic as she turned her pretty head, and he kissed her on the ruby lips And this is what he said: no need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. Well, the maiden weakened visibly, as to him she did say, well, if you are with the FBI, then I guess that's okay. He threw his trousers to the floor. He's an awful fast worker, this guy, you know that. Hello? Did you know man, he kissed me first, eh? Do you want to see my willy or something? Get the silver-tongued devil.
Maar het is een wee cracker.
He threw his waistcoat and his tie and his shirt and his tie pin and his Liberty bodice to the floor. He threw his trousers to the floor and the sweat ran down his face. She said, oh gosh, how can I ever live through this disgrace? He said, shut your pretty mouth, my dear. I will show you how. I've been doing this to the States for years and your turn's coming now. No need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. He put his arm around her waist and he loosened off her belt. And words could not describe the fear and loathing that she felt. But the poor guy nearly fainted, as to him she did say, hey, my name is Fritz, these are not real tits, I'm with the CIA! I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. No, there's no need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. Donker-li-da-da. I woke up with an aching head, as usual. That's a chorus, right? You want to try it this time? I woke up with an aching head, as usual. I can't remember going to bed, as usual. Wonderful. Can I have a wee rest now? My stomach's feeling very queer. I've got a thunderstorm in my left ear. It must have been McEwen's beer, as usual. Oh, we sucked the drink up like a hoover, as usual. The cheap wine and the paint remover, as usual. And somewhere deep inside my brain, I seem to hear a diesel train, and I promise not to drink again, as usual. I woke up in a public park, as usual. I must have crawled there after dark, as usual. Oh, I'd better see how much I've got. Oh, Jesus Christ, I've spent a lot. I must have been a drunken sot, as usual. Thank you very much. There was a young man from the BBC. His name was Ken Tynan, and I'm sure you'll agree He dropped a real clanger that night when we heard him using a 1, 2, 3, 4-letter word. A 4-letter word, a 4-letter word. To ban it would be a shame. It's honest, it's earthy, it ought to be heard. That wonderful 1, 2, 3, 4-letter word. That was the chorus. It's banded around by the kids for a lark. It's put into practice as soon as it's dark. It's done every night by the rich and the poor. To do it is worse than to say it, I'm sure. A 4-letter word, a 4-letter word. To ban it would be a shame. Get in there, it's honest, it's healthy, that's the stuff. Sing up that wonderful. Oh Christ, they're doing it. I don't believe it. What given? It shouldn't be said in polite company when aged old ladies are sipping their tea. But if those ladies' pasts were revealed, sure as hell, they've not only said it, they've done it as well. A 4-letter word, a 4-letter word. To ban it would be a shame. Once again, it's honest, it's earthy, but wonderful 4-letter word. Well done. This morning, when I woke, I thought I was going to choke, I wanted ginger, coke, no. So I turns round to her, says, my tongue's all fur, my voice was just a blur, no. She says, you must think I'm dumb, out all night with a scum, your breath's like a badger's bum, no. So I jumps right out my cup, had to bite my lip, my head was giving me jip, no. So I jumps into my clays, the world was just a haze, spinning about in a daze, no. Into the tallies down the street, keys a bottle of iron brew, neat, it went down just a treat, no. So I meets my China, damn, he's off his head, a bam, he says, fancy a dram, no. So we has a few, well, a lot, See me, I'm a drunken sot, I'm a loony that's never been caught, no. So this advice I'll give to you, if you're working and getting food and you'd be better off in the brew, no? Thanks. Do the chorus first. Oh dear, what can the matter be? I'm feared to go to the lavatory. I've no been since 2 weeks last Saturday. I know who's hiding in there. Oh, my name's Shug McGlumfer, and I live up this close. I'll tell you a story, I promise it's nae boast. During the power cut, I saw a big ghost, and nobody knows he's there. Oh dear, what can the matter be? I'm feared to go to the lavatory. I've no been seen since 2 weeks last Saturday. I know who's hiding in there. He had 2 big red eyes, on his head was a dent, man, big hairy horns, and his neck was all bent, man. My mommy says he sounds just like the rent, man, but I know who's hiding in there. Last chance. Oh dear, what can the matter be? I'm feared to go to the lavatory. I've no been since 2 weeks last Saturday. I know who's hiding in there. Our little dog is 6 years old and he's smart as any damn kid. But when you mention the VET, he damn near flips his lid. Words like SHOT shot or WORM worm. These are words that make him SQUIRM squirm. His QUARANTINE starts today, 'cause he bit the VET and then he ran away. He caused me and my wife to have a big fight, and then both of them bit me. And that's why I am gonna get a DIVORCE. Thanks. She shouted, "Get him, Rover!" And he jumped over and bit my LEG. She sank her teeth in my BUM and called me a Well, I'm telling you, that was my cue to get OFF ski. And I'm going down to the town tonight to get a new BIRD. Oh yes, a QUARANTINE starts today. Both my wife and my wee scabby dog will soon be hauled away. That's why I spell out all of these words, so as my dog can't hear. Oh, I must admit, that dog is acting QUER queer. Oh yes, I must admit, my dog is acting QUER queer. Light Coast landladies are looking bored. The absence of tourists has got them floored. The question they're asking would make you swoon. Why don't they come back to Dunoon? Why this swinging resort, this switched on scene, has 3 pubs, 2 cafes, and a fag machine, and hills you can walk up while the rain's running down. Why don't they come back to Dunoon? Long time ago, people would flow in, even even from overseas. But in recent years, the only ones on the piers have been seagulls and a few CND. Oh, they can't understand it or hear them roar. We've got Yanks here and Harrys by the score, and a nightlife that stops in the afternoon. Why don't they come by all together? Thanks very much. I'd like to sing you a wee song here that's positively louping with good taste. I collected it. That's what folk singers say. They don't say they learned a song, they collected it. I collected it for a 98-year-old lady in the Outer Hebrides, only to learn that she had learned it for a Hamish Simlick LP. Take the rollers from your hair, shake them loose and let them fall. Put them down with your glass eye in that chanty by the wall. A chanty is a porcelain vessel for midnight wee-wee specialists. It's taken from the French chanty pot. Though your teeth are black and gone, and your breath smells out of sight, I'll put a clothes peg on my nose to help me make it through the night. Now I'm no saying that you're weird, poor voice. I'm merely trying to understand why you carved your name out with a scout knife on the back of my left hand. Though I'm not one to complain, your drinking habits may be right, but will that case of Johnny Walker really help you make it through the night? 4th of September, I believe. I married Cynthia, and the rain was pouring down, and I thought, how rotten for Cynthia. And come to think of it, how rotten for me too. Then the letter came through the post. I'd been posted to India, and I thought, oh God, how rotten for Cynthia. For me. The ship was 7 days at sea, and we struck a reef. And I thought, oh God, how rotten for Cynthia. Come to think of it, how rotten for me. However, we were washed ashore, and a tribe of savages came charging up the beach, and I thought, oh God, how rotten for Cynthia. And come to think of it, how rotten for me. No sooner had they arrived in front of us than the biggest and strongest proceeded to bugger us all. And I thought, how rotten for Cynthia. Mind you, it wasn't too bad for me. I'm going to play a tune of my banjo. It's a tune I learned ages ago. And I kind of like it. I get up bright and early every morning, just at the break of the day, and I wander down to the barnyard. I do the milking and I feed the cows hay. I don't do so much in the evening, till Friday night it rolls along. Then I have a beer in the tavern, and sometimes I sing them this song. Doing the shit kickers waltz, doing the shit kickers waltz. It don't mean a hoot if there's on your boots when you're doing the shit kickers waltz. Try it. Doing the shit kickers waltz, doing sing waltz. He hinted, it don't mean a hoot if there's on your boots when you're doing the shit kickers waltz. Well, one night a young fella heard me. He said, I will make you a star. So I made a record in Nashville. You know my record went straight in them charts. He said, we must get you some clothes now, leather pants and a fancy gold shirt. I said, my overalls suit me dandy if you'll spray some perfume on the dirt when I'm doing the shit kickers waltz. Sing. Doing the shit kickers waltz. It don't mean a hoot if there's shit on your boots when you're doing kickers. That's the go. Come on, get your teeth into it. Well, that fella, and he left me, but I didn't mind anyhow. Then I thought I would try out my record, just myself and a whole bunch of cows. Well, I'm damned if the cows didn't like it. Standing out there in the field, but I got a shock the next morning when I found they had doubled their yield. They'd been doing the shit kickers waltz, doing the shit kickers waltz. It don't mean a hoot if there's on your boots when you're doing the last time, doing the shit kickers waltz. Come on! Oh, Loki! It don't mean a hoot if there's on your boots when you're doing the shit kickers waltz. was wee, I used to have a nightmare every night. I woke up screaming just before the monster took a bite. He wore a blue serge outfit with buttons shiny and bright. I lived in terror, oh the Johnny, oh the Johnny, aye the Johnny. He nearly drove me mad. He shocked me to the teachers any time that I was bad. I wish that he'd retire or die or move to Gamgad. My heart's near broke with the Johnny. Nothing against Gamgad, I couldn't think of anything else to rhyme. I wouldn't wish a Johnny on you if you live in Gamgad. I mind one summer evening I was playing on the street, a simple game of football with my sannies on my feet. I hit the ball a stoter and it soared away a treat. The last thing on my mind was the Johnny. But I don't look for trouble and I seem to get my share. The ball went sailing skyward, slowly curving in the air. The last thing I remember, there was plate glass everywhere. And guess who saw me? The Johnny. Oh, the Johnny, aye, the Johnny. He nearly drove me mad. Shocked me to the teachers any time that I was bad. I wish that he'd retire or die or move to Gamgad. My heart's near broke with the Johnny. First thing on Monday morning I was sent for by the head, and he hit me with his leather belt till I wished that I was dead. I swore I'd get the Johnny and choke him in his bed. I was gonna murder the Johnny. Well, 9 years later I left school and I got myself a job. It felt $1 million just to have a couple of bob. I was out the road of the traffic, didn't need to steal or rob. And I've yet to see a shipyard with a Johnny. Oh, the Johnny, aye, the Johnny. He nearly drove me mad. Shocked me to the teachers any time that I was bad. I wish that he'd retire or die or move to Gamgad. My heart's near broke with the Johnny. One night in my way home for work, I nipped in for a pint. Something glistened in the corner of my eye, just to a sight. I saw it was the Johnny. I prepared myself to fight. I was gonna murder the Johnny. Well, the next thing I remember, he was standing next to me. He wasn't such a big bloke, only 5'2" or 3. If I'd laid a hand upon him, my mates would have murdered me. A poor wee soul was the Johnny. Oh, the Johnny, aye, the Johnny. Who nearly drove me mad, who shocked me to the teachers any time that I was bad. I'm glad he's no retired or deed or living in Gamgad. A poor wee soul is the Johnny.
Mario Lanza came to the Glasgow Empire. And he was a big favourite in Glasgow, Mario Lanza. And he was given a "Oh, Sorrento, oh, be a body, to be of Napoli, oh, sorry, hey Mario, oh, Sorrento, I love hey Mario, I love you, hey Mario, what do you want? Hey Mario, what? Give it softly, softly. Hey, what? Sing softly, softly, it's my favourite. I don't know softly, so oh, sorry, hey Mario, Sorrento, and the Beethoven is hey Mario. Oh, what do you want? My mother's very ill. You what? My mother's very ill, it's her favourite too. Softly, softly, would you please sing softly? I don't know softly. Oh, Sorrento, hey Mario, the Bay of Napoli, hey Mario, oh, hey Mario, wow, what do you want now? Hey Mario, hey Mario, hey Mario, sing softly, softly. See, I don't know softly, softly. Okay, show your cock then.
Oh, worms crawling up your bum. Oh, earwigs biting you on the willy. Oh, death. Something huge and black and hairy with hundreds of legs living up your nose. That's what I think of death. I know your tape. Oh, it's closing time again, you'll have to leave us. Oh, you've got that faraway look in your eye. We've got to hose the lavvy down and count the tumblers and wipe the stour from off tomorrow's pies. Oh, the Scottish pubs, they're gonna be just like England's. they're letting us drink up an hour late. But that won't affect the crowd that drink in my pub, 'cause they're all steaming drunk at 8:30. Oh yes, it's closing time again, you'll have to leave us. Yous have got a farewell looking to die. We've got to host levy to the cutie template. And I was shooting off my mind. You should see the way they come in here at opening. It's a wonder they're allowed out on their own aim. Stone cold sober, they come in like Mickey Rooney. 3 pints later, they barge out like Big John Wayne. Oh yes, it's closing time again, you'll have to leave it. For yous have got a far way to change it out. Oh yes, we've got to host a rabbit to a cootie tumbly. Gun yourself some, trying my best. I'm rabbit shooting off and run. Oh, there's gonna be big changes made in this pub. There'll be topless lassies serving up your beer. Well, I told the boss that's sex discrimination. I've been wearing topless trousers here for years. Oh, Jed's a closing time again, you'll have to leave it. Oh, you've got that faraway look in your eyes. We've got to hose the lavvy down and count the tumblers. I'm She stood on the bridge in the pale moonlight like a veritable goddess, except for the snorter on her upper lip and the hole in her Liberty bodice. Right. Now I'll be gone for a while. You're never gonna see your daddy's loving smile. Don't say, oh no. When the sun comes up, I'll be walking out the door. You're never gonna see your baby anymore. Don't say, oh no. When the sun comes up, I believe in. I don't give a damn if your heart's grieving. I'm following the things I believe in. Don't say, oh no. Oh. Well, my own little girl, you can have the cabin and I'll have the world. Don't say, oh no. When the sun comes up, I believe in. I don't give a damn if the heart's grieving. I'm following the things I believe in. Don't say, oh no. Now I'll be gone for a while. You're never gonna see your daddy's loving smile. Don't say, oh no. When the sun comes up, I'll be walking out the door. You're never gonna see your baby anymore. Don't say, oh no. When the sun comes up, I believe in. I don't give a damn if your heart's grieving. I'm following the things I believe in. Don't say, oh no. Woo! Thank you. Last train to Glasgow Central. Last train to Glasgow Central. You better catch this one, and you better have a ticket, 'cause here's the man. Beady beady bum bum to Glasgow Central. We had a great time, you couldn't whack it. Spent all my money and pawned my jacket. And on the train going home, I was hiding in the lobby when the ticket man came. A beady beady bear bum to Glasgow Central. Last train to Glasgow Central. Last train to Glasgow Central. You better catch this one, and you better have a ticket, 'cause here's the man. Beady beady bum bum, beady bee to Glasgow Central. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You'd be in a hospital or infirmary, 'cause you would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you didn't have your feet in your wellies. Oh, wellies, they're wonderful. Oh, wellies, they're swell, 'cause they keep out the water and they keep in the smell. And when you're sitting in a room, you can always tell when some bugger takes off his wellies. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You'd be in a hospital or infirmary, 'cause you would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you didn't have your feet in your wellies. Or when you're out walking in the country with a bird, and you're strolling over fields just like a farmer's herd, and somebody shouts, "Keep off the grass," and you think how absurd, and squelch you find why farmers all wear wellies. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You'd be in a hospital or infirmary, 'cause you would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you didn't have your feet in your wellies. There's fishermen and firemen, there's farmers and all, men out digging ditches and working in the snow. This country it would grind to a halt, no a thing would grow, if it wasn't for the workers and the wellies. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You'd be in a hospital or infirmary, 'cause you would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you didn't have your feet in your wellies. New Edward, Heath and Wilson, they haven't made a hit. They're ruining this country more than just a bit. If they keep on the way they're going, we'll all be in it. So you better get your feet in your wellies. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? Sing, you'd be in a hospital or infirmary, 'cause you would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you didn't have your feet in your wellies.
For the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. ladies and gentlemen.